Good morning, everybody. Today, cloudy, gonna be hot later, but the next 2 days are gonna be rainy and cold, thunderstorms tomorrow. So, I gotta bring a whole bunch of wood over, stock the wood pile. Jimmy brought me some bags. I'm gonna collect a whole bunch of leaves to go on the compost. And I found that the soil under these eucalyptus trees is very fine and nice and good for putting on that path. But I'd read somewhere that eucalyptus trees have some kind of poison that they put out to stop other plants from growing. So I asked some people I know on Reddit, and they said no, it's fine. The suppressant hormones or whatever they have degrade very quickly in the soil, so you can use that anyway. So I'm thinking about taking that and putting it on the paths between the vegetable rows. That'll be good. Carol has some bits and pieces of bits and pieces of irrigation stuff I can look at to see what I can use. I'm going to continue filling in holes as I find them. These are Vero's plants. A little brown on the bottom and green on the top, who knows. I keep evening out everything over here. Put some more in the compost. I found a new stash of these white stones. This is Tosca. Under the whole area of La Pampa, if you dig down anywhere between a couple of meters and just laying on the surface, there is this layer of white rock. So this is what they've poured up. It's just laying in piles all over the place. I just found another pile over there. So I'm going to just keep adding to this path. I think if you've got a whole path going along there, it's going to look really nice. Since I can't do anything productive, I've got to do aesthetic. That's what I'm doing today. It's going to be very windy today as well. Ah, look, that other tree got purple on it as well. Spring is coming. This year we get 2 summers. We had summer in Barcelona, even though it was a weird one because we were locked inside for most of it. And now we're going to get another summer here. Very lucky. Hopefully today is our last full day of quarantine. We can get back to normal tomorrow. That's my day today. The wood is coming out of there. It's going onto the wheelbarrow. And it's going over there. An idea I have. This is where my vegetable rows are going to go. This, in between these two, is a lane to walk in, path. I don't have mulch. Normally you would cover this with mulch or cardboard, apparently, to stop the weeds growing in between your rows. The rows will be covered in plastic. To begin with, the plastic will be taken off. Compost ideally is laid down, and then whatever you're growing is planted there. The paths get covered with wood chips or mulch or cardboard. I don't have any of those. I'm going to try putting soil from underneath the eucalyptus trees where nothing grows because of the shade. Those giant eucalyptus trees over there. See how much of a nightmare it is to put that down on these rows. If I figure out it's going to take me weeks and weeks to do it because there's a lot of rows, that'd be a lot of wheelbarrows, I won't bother. I'll try and find some cardboard somewhere. This is not like other places where there's just Amazon boxes everywhere. I got to go into the village and talk to the shop owners, see if they have any to spare. But I'll try this now and see how that goes. Okay, that's 2 wheelbarrows full of dirt from under the eucalyptus. Trying to decide if it's worth doing all of them. I'll probably keep most of it down. I could patch it with cardboard. I'm guessing that would be about 5 wheelbarrows per lane. 1, 2, 3 lanes, 15 wheelbarrows in total. Probably worth the effort. A couple of wheelbarrows a day. Problem is it's so windy and the soil is so dry that when I dump it I get a lot of dust, which I don't like. Let's do another couple and see how it looks.
1, 2, 3.
Correct. 3 times 5.
So 5 3 times.
Yeah.
Fifth.
15. Very good. 5 oak trees. Lots of oak leaves and acorns for the compost. And here comes a cow to see what I'm doing. What you doing, cow? I'm stealing your leaves, look. It's okay doing this by hand, but it just means everything is full of cow poo. Great. The compost heap grows apace. Get in there. I need a big garden fork to give it a turn. See how it's doing in the middle. See if it's getting warm. It warms up and then kills all the seeds and weeds and things like that that you throw on. So it doesn't just grow again when you put it back on the garden. Compost heap is getting higher. I think I'm going to have to stop building this one up until next week, when hopefully I can get a garden fork with which I'll be able to turn it a bit and aerate it more, and then it should compact a bit. But until then, I think it's time to start filling number 2. I'm going to fill number 2 with lots of number 2 from over there. Good old number 2. Tomorrow, the hospital is supposed to call us and give us the A-OK for ending of quarantine, since no one is sick, which is fantastic. And then we will start to be able to get out and resume a normal life. Normal life. There's a lot of paperwork and things we have to do, like get phone contracts. I got to get my papers here, that kind of thing. Get some health insurance, buy a car. So over the next couple of weeks we're going to get back to normal, and I should be able to get some of the tools I need. All I have is a shovel that Jimmy lent me, which has been great, and a wheelbarrow, and that's about, there's 2 little trowels that the kids use. That's about it. So once I can get some tools, some equipment and some supplies and some seeds, I can start hopefully really moving and making some progress. I'm just a bit stuck now. On another note, now that the 2 weeks is almost over, we're going to be able to get out of our grounds. And there's lots of places with these white stones. So I'm going to pick up some more of those, just because it looks nice. We'll stop this all turning to mud, hopefully, when it rains. Which is not a lot, but it just looks nice. And the kids can help me with that, which is a good project for the kids to do. Putting these stones down and filling it up with invented mulch. So today I placed some mulch down here. This was 3 wheelbarrows worth, but it was so windy. As soon as I was digging it up, it was blowing away, and then when I was putting it down, it was blowing away. But this should keep the weeds down a little bit. Doesn't hurt to do a couple of barrows a day, and then I can patch up any super grassy bits with cardboard. The good thing is that cuts down on the amount of cardboard I need, which is not as easy to find, I think, here as some of us would be used to. Keep finding piles of feathers. It's probably our local fox, or an eagle of some kind, a hawk. That's about it for today. I think maybe the wrinklies are going to come over for some tea, and then tomorrow we hope to hear from the hospital. Fingers crossed. Apocalypse thistle. I'm going to place each one of these thistles on a spike strategically around the grounds as a warning to other thistles not to darken our doors.